guess we better let you look like you. There.
The casting process for Gilligan's Island, a 1964 TV series, was a careful selection of actors who could bring the right blend of comedy and chemistry to the show. Sherwood Schwartz, the creator, wanted a diverse group of characters that would clash and combine in interesting ways. Bob Denver, who had just come off the success of The Many Loves of Dobie Gillies, was an obvious choice for Gilligan. Schwartz was impressed by Denver's comedic timing and physical comedy skills. Denver, in turn, was drawn to the role because it offered him a chance to play a different kind of character. For the role of the skipper, Schwartz wanted someone who could play the straight man to Denver's Gilligan. He found that person in Alan Hale Jr., who had experience playing similar roles in movies and on television. Hale's chemistry with Denver was instant, and Schwartz knew he had found the right man for the job. The role of the millionaire, Thurston Howell, went to Jim Backus, who was already well known for his work on radio and television. Backus brought a level of sophistication and humor to the role that helped to balance out the rest of the cast. His wife, Lovey Howell, was played by Natalie Schafer, who was a friend of Backus in real life. Tina Louise was cast as Ginger Grant, the movie star, after Schwartz saw her in a play and was impressed by her acting ability. Louise was hesitant to take the role at first, fearing that it would typecast her as a dumb blonde. However, she eventually agreed to take the part, and her performance as the glamorous and resourceful Ginger became one of the highlights of the show. The role of the professor, Roy Hinkley, was more difficult to cast. Schwartz wanted someone who could play the intelligent and resourceful character, but who also had a likable and approachable quality. He eventually found that person in Russell Johnson, who had experience in both comedy and drama. Johnson's performance as the professor became one of the most memorable aspects of the show. The final member of the cast was Dawn Wells, who played Mary Ann Summers. Wells was a relative newcomer to television, but she brought a fresh and innocent quality to the role that helped to balance out the more experienced members of the cast. The casting of Gilligan's Island was a careful process, with Schwartz looking for actors who could bring the right blend of humor, chemistry, and personality to the show. The result was a cast that became one of the most beloved and enduring in television history.
I wish for vanilla ice cream.
Might as well make it French vanilla.
Look what just came in floating in the lagoon again.
The directorial vision behind Gilligan's Island, a 1964 TV series, was shaped by the show's creator and director, Sherwood Schwartz. Schwartz's approach was to create a light-hearted, entertaining show that could appeal to a wide audience. He drew inspiration from classic castaway stories and aimed to infuse the show with humor and memorable characters. Schwartz's directing style was characterized by his attention to detail and his commitment to collaboration. He worked closely with the cast and crew to ensure that everyone was on the same page and that the show's vision was being executed effectively. Schwartz was known for his ability to bring out the best in his actors, and he worked hard to create a positive and supportive working environment. One of the ways that Schwartz brought the story to life was by creating a distinctive look and feel for the show. He chose to set the series on a deserted island, and he worked with the show's production designers to create a lush and exotic setting that would transport viewers to a different world. The use of bright colors and tropical settings helped to establish the show's unique visual identity. In addition to his work as a director, Schwartz was also heavily involved in the writing process for Gilligan's Island. He wrote many of the show's episodes himself and worked closely with the show's other writers to ensure that the show's humor and storytelling were consistent. Overall, Sherwood Schwartz's directorial vision for Gilligan's Island was characterized by his commitment to collaboration, his attention to detail, and his ability to create a distinctive and memorable visual style. His approach helped to establish the show as a beloved classic that continues to be enjoyed by audiences today.
Gilligan!
Gilligan's Island was a popular TV series that aired from 1964 to 1967. It follows the story of 7 castaways who are stranded on a deserted island after a shipwreck. The show is known for its humor, adventure, and catchy theme song. Perhaps you have a cherished memory associated with this show, such as watching it with your family on a cozy Sunday evening. Or maybe it has inspired you in some way, like encouraging your creativity or sense of adventure. Throughout this video, we'll be sharing some fun, shocking, and even sad facts about Gilligan's Island. So, keep watching to learn more. And we would love to hear your stories and memories related to this TV series. What is your most cherished memory or personal experience related to Gilligan's Island? Share them with us in the comments below.
Let me see. There must be something I could do.
The production of Gilligan's Island, a 1964 TV series, took place primarily on the Columbia Ranch, a studio lot in Los Angeles. The set design was innovative for its time, featuring a unique island created on a soundstage complete with lagoons, waterfalls, and a thatched hut village. The show's creators, Sherwood Schwartz, and his son Lloyd, wanted to create an immersive experience. They built a sunken ship, the SS Minnow, into the lagoon, and the surrounding jungle was filled with tropical plants and trees. The production team even constructed a mini golf course for the cast and crew to use during breaks. However, filming on the island set presented logistical challenges. The soundstage was not climate controlled, so the crew had to deal with extreme heat during summer filming and cold during winter. Additionally, the water in the lagoons was not always clean, causing health issues for the cast and crew. The show also faced challenges related to filming on location. Many of the outdoor scenes were shot at Malibu Creek State Park, which presented issues with permits, parking, and noise complaints from nearby residents. Despite these challenges, the production team employed innovative techniques to enhance the show's visual appeal. They used a technique called traveling matte, which involved filming actors in front of a black background, and then combining that footage with a separate background shot. This allowed for more dynamic and visually interesting scenes. The show's theme song, The Ballad of Gilligan's Isle, was also innovative. It was one of the first TV theme songs to include lyrics and became a memorable part of the show's legacy. In summary, the production of Gilligan's Island was a complex process that required innovative solutions to various logistical challenges. The show's unique set design, location filming, and use of traveling matte, and catchy theme song all contributed to its enduring popularity.
Hold it down now, folks. I think we should have a few words from the man of the hour, my little buddy, Gilligan.
Gilligan's Island, a 1960s sitcom, has gained a cult following over the years, and it's easy to see why. The show centers around a group of 7 individuals who find themselves stranded on a deserted island after a storm wrecks their boat. The characters include the bumbling but lovable Gilligan, the skipper, a wealthy couple Thurston, and Lovey Howell, a movie star ginger, a professor, and a sweet and down-to-earth Mary Ann. Despite its simple premise, the show's charm lies in the chemistry between the characters and the hilarious situations they find themselves in. The cast's comedic timing and the clever writing make for an entertaining show that still holds up today. While some may criticize the show for plot holes, it's important to remember that Gilligan's Island was never meant to be a realistic portrayal of being stranded on an island. Instead, it's a fun and lighthearted escape from reality. The show's popularity endured long after its cancellation, and it remains a favorite among many. The characters are relatable and likable, making viewers root for them to find their way off the island. The simplicity of the show is part of its appeal, as it allows the characters and their interactions to take center stage. The costume and set design also contribute to the show's charm. Despite being stranded on an island, the characters always have a full wardrobe, and the ladies never wear the same outfit twice. Meanwhile, Gilligan and the skipper are always dressed in their iconic uniforms. The island itself is depicted in a studio, with stock shots of Hawaii used for exterior shots. The cast of Gilligan's Island includes Bob Denver as Gilligan, Alan Hale Jr. as the skipper, Jim Backus as Thurston Howell, Natalie Schafer as Lovey Howell, Tina Louise as Ginger, Russell Johnson as the Professor, and Dawn Wells as Mary Ann. Each actor brings their own unique charm to their role, making the characters memorable and endearing. In particular, Dawn Wells' portrayal of Mary Ann has left a lasting impact on viewers. Her girl-next-door charm and sweet demeanor have made her a fan favorite. Even after meeting her years later, one fan still remembers her as being just as kind and genuine as she was on the show. Overall, Gilligan's Island is a classic sitcom that has stood the test of time. Its simple premise, lovable characters, and hilarious situations make it a fun and entertaining escape from reality. While it may not be a realistic portrayal of being stranded on an island, it's a captivating and enduring show that continues to resonate with audiences today.
What is important is I recorded the whole thing for posterity.
Well, thanks for remembering for me.
That's all right, Gilligan. Any
The music for Gilligan's Island was crafted to fit the lighthearted and adventure spirit of the show. The main theme song, famously known for its catchy tune and storytelling lyrics, sets the stage for the show's fun and whimsical atmosphere. Composed by George Weil and the show's creator, Sherwood Schwartz, the song quickly became a memorable piece that audiences associate with the series. Throughout the episode, the background music and sounds played a key role in enhancing the comedic and sometimes dramatic moments, always aligning with the characters' experiences on the island. The musicians and composers worked closely to ensure that each musical piece would support the story and the emotions of the scenes, whether it was a moment of slapstick humor or a rare serious instance. Their efforts resulted in a soundtrack that not only underscored the show's narrative, but also became a beloved part of television history.
I know 200 pounds, therefore I have nothing to worry about.
In the filming of Gilligan's Island, actor Russell Johnson was once bitten and gummed by the capuchin monkey named Jocko during the episode's Ring Around Gilligan and the show's first season. Tina Louise had a contract that stipulated she be the last one listed in the credits, causing tension with her co-stars. Bob Denver, who played the professor, threatened to not start filming the second season unless the cast members were listed in the opening credits. This led to the professor's full name, Roy Hinkley Jr., being revealed in the show.
Leave, I had to take off behind a pack of pelicans.
You mean nobody knows we're here?
Not
One of the most iconic scenes from Gilligan's Island is the opening credits sequence, which features the castaways trying to sail away on the SS Minnow, only to be met with a terrible storm that leaves them shipwrecked on an uncharted island. The scene is memorable due to its use of vibrant colors, dynamic camera angles, and the catchy theme song. In an interview, creator Sherwood Schwartz discussed the opening sequence, stating, "We wanted to create a sense of adventure and excitement right from the start." The storm sequence was designed to be chaotic and unpredictable, just like the series itself. Another iconic scene is the episode Wrongway Feldman, where the castaways meet a fellow castaway, Wrongway Feldman, who is convinced he is sailing in the wrong direction. The scene is notable for the comedic timing of both Bob Denver and Hans Conried, as well as the clever use of visual gags and physical comedy. Director Ida Lupino, who directed several episodes of the series, spoke about the importance of physical comedy in the scene, stating, "Bob Denver is a master of physical comedy. We wanted to play up his comedic skills in this scene, and Hans Conried was the perfect partner. They played off each other so well, and the result was pure comedic gold." The episode The Matchmaker is also notable for its iconic scene where Gilligan plays matchmaker between the skipper and Ginger, only to have his plans backfire spectacularly. The scene is memorable for the comedic performances of both Bob Denver and Alan Hale Jr., as well as the clever use of visual humor and slapstick. In an interview, Alan Hale Jr. discussed the scene, stating, "Bob Denver and I had such great chemistry. We loved working together, and it really showed in scenes like this. It was all about timing and delivery, and we had it down to a science. These iconic scenes have had a lasting impact on audiences, inspiring countless parodies and tributes in popular culture. The show's enduring popularity is a testament to the talent and creativity of the cast and crew, who were able to create a memorable and entertaining series that continues to resonate with audiences today."
Hale, they won't give it to us. I think they will. I don't know why, but men always up and do anything for me.
I know why, Dad.
Tina Louise, who played Ginger Grant in Gilligan's Island, participated in several reunions after the show ended. She appeared on Fox's The Late Show in 1988 with the rest of the cast, took part in a 1994 Jeopardy! Promo with Dawn Wells, and made a memorable appearance on Roseanne in 1997 along with other surviving cast members. The show's premise required the prop department to create unique devices from materials found on a tropical island, which was a welcome change from their usual tasks. One popular prop was the bamboo foot pedal powered car. Alan Hale Jr., who played the skipper, had a granddaughter who became friends with his former co-star Dawn Wells. The show's impact transcended its time, with fans of all ages still enjoying its simple humor and memorable characters.
You can guess all day long and you still wouldn't be able to guess.
Give us a hint.
Well, it's an answer to all our problems, all our prayers. Oh, would I...
Gilligan's Island, a 1964 TV series, had a significant cultural and social impact. The show, about a group of castaways on a deserted island, resonated with audiences due to its humor, relatable characters, and the fantastical premise of being stranded and having to build a new society. The series influenced pop culture in various ways. The castaways' unique personalities and the show's memorable theme song became ingrained in American culture. The series also popularized the concept of a deserted island as a setting for adventure and survival stories. Gilligan's Island contributed to discussions on relevant social and cultural themes. For instance, the show often parodied contemporary issues and societal norms, providing social commentary on topics such as materialism, social status, and gender roles. The characters' diverse backgrounds and personalities also fostered discussions on acceptance and cooperation. In summary, Gilligan's Island left a lasting impact on television and popular culture. Its ability to entertain, provoke thought, and resonate with audiences has made it a timeless classic.
Oh, I mean, Gilligan!
Alan Hale Jr., known for playing the skipper on Gilligan's Island, had an embarrassing wardrobe malfunction during filming when he ripped his pants in front of the camera. His co-star, Bob Denver, found it amusing and wanted to keep the shot. But Hale declined as he wasn't wearing his character's signature boxer shorts with hearts. Before playing the professor on Gilligan's Island, Russell Johnson was best known for portraying villains. However, this role changed his career trajectory significantly, introducing him to a wider audience as a more wholesome character. Interestingly, Hale's role as the skipper was not limited to the original Gilligan's Island series. He reprised the character in The New Adventures of Gilligan, Gilligan's Planet, and even made a guest appearance on Elf. His portrayal of the skipper was undoubtedly memorable, as he continued to play the character in various productions over the years.
I know there's no doctor or hospital on this island. I want to know the truth. What have I got?
All I said, Gilligan, is that you will probably get what we've already got.
Oh!
Gilligan's Island, a 1964 TV series, received mixed reviews from critics when it first aired. Some praised its light-hearted humor and unique premise, while others criticized its simplistic writing and one-dimensional characters. The show became a moderate success, but it wasn't until its reruns and syndication that it gained a massive and enduring following. Key reviews of the time highlighted the show's absurdity and charm. Jack Good of the New York Times called it a bright, fresh, and intelligently silly satire, while Time magazine described it as a cheerful, half-hour sitcom that lampoons America's obsession with leisure and materialism. Audience reactions were generally positive, with viewers appreciating the show's escapism and humor. The series' catchy theme song and memorable characters, such as the bumbling Gilligan and the snobbish Mistress Howell, helped it become a cultural touchstone. Despite its popularity, Gilligan's Island received few awards or nominations during its initial run. However, it has been recognized in subsequent years for its impact on popular culture. In 2004, the show was ranked number 49 on TV Guide's list of the 50 greatest TV shows of all time. These accolades are significant for those involved in the show, as they validate its lasting appeal and influence. The series' creators, writers, and actors can take pride in knowing that their work continues to entertain and resonate with audiences more than 5 decades after its debut. The show's success also underscores the power of television to create enduring, iconic characters and stories that can captivate viewers for generations.
Big and strong and should have equal rights. But what can we do? We'll kill it and send its head back.
Alan Hale Jr., known for his role on Gilligan's Island, didn't mind being closely associated with the show. Meanwhile, his co-star, Dawn Wells, was set to play Nora and Pete's dragon, but had to back out and was replaced by Helen Reddy. Jim Backus, another Gilligan's Island actor, made a cameo in the film as the mayor. The show's theme song is noteworthy, having won the title of Best TV Theme Song ever in a 2013 Yahoo TV competition. Starting as the 12th seed, it defeated the Cheers theme in the finals.
What are you talking about?
Wrongway's gone. It's such a mess. Everything's broken up and thrown around. I thought maybe he was a restless sleeper, but...
Are you sure?
During the filming of Gilligan's Island, the tight-knit cast and crew formed a unique bond. Bob Denver, who played Gilligan, was known for his humor and often played pranks on set. In one episode, he convinced the director to let him attempt a stunt where he would jump off a small cliff into the water. Denver misjudged the jump and ended up with a broken shoulder, but he played it off as part of the scene, not wanting to delay filming. The show's creator, Sherwood Schwartz, had a vision for the series that was different from the networks. He wanted to create a social commentary on class differences, with the wealthy passengers contrasted with the working-class Gilligan and Skipper. However, the network saw it as a simple comedy and often meddled with Schwartz's scripts, leading to some of the show's more absurd moments. The iconic costumes were also a point of contention. Tina Louise, who played Ginger, hated her character's revealing outfits and often argued with the producers about them. She even threatened to quit the show if they didn't change her wardrobe, but eventually she relented. Despite these challenges, the cast and crew remained close friends off set. They would often have dinner together and even went on vacation together. The camaraderie was evident in their performances, with the cast's natural chemistry adding to the show's charm. One of the most memorable moments from the show's production was the filming of the final episode. The cast and crew were aware that the show was not being renewed, and there was a somber mood on set. As a farewell gesture, the crew surprised the cast by presenting them with engraved Tiffany watches. The gesture brought tears to the cast's eyes, and the moment was a poignant reminder of the special bond they had formed during their time on the island.
And be ready to let go when I yell. Roger. Gilligan, cast off that sideline. I'll start the countdown.
Dawn Wells, known for her role as Mary Ann Summers in Gilligan's Island, was a fan favorite despite playing a supporting role. Her character's popularity led to tension with Tina Louise. Alan Hale Jr., who played the skipper, frequently referred to Gilligan as Little Buddy, a habit he carried over from his role in the Andy Griffith Show. After the series, 2 animated spin-offs and 3 live-action sequels were produced, with Wells voicing Mary Ann in the cartoons. The original cast, excluding Tina Louise, returned for these productions. Hale's habit of calling everyone Little Buddy was incorporated into the skipper's character by producer Sherwood Schwartz.
Oh, there's no need to disturb Mrs. Howell. We'll take him over to our hut. Gilligan can sleep with him.
Oh, wait a minute, wait.
Gilligan's Island, a 1964 TV series, may not seem like a significant player in film history. However, its impact on future filmmaking and subsequent works is noteworthy. The show, with its simple yet engaging storyline, introduced the concept of an ensemble cast on television, where each character had distinct traits and story arcs, a technique that later influenced many successful TV shows and movies. The series, set on a deserted island, also popularized the stranded genre, inspiring various adaptations and reinterpretations in later years, such as the reality TV show Survivor. Furthermore, the show's theme song, composed by Sherwood Schwartz and George Weil, became a classic in its own right, often ranked among the best TV show themes. Gilligan's Island also had a significant influence on pop culture. Its characters, such as the bumbling Gilligan and the high society castaway, Thurston Howell, became cultural icons referenced and parodied in various media. The show's impact even extended to the linguistic realm, with the phrase "the rest is history" being traced back to one of its episodes. Despite its simple premise and production, Gilligan's Island left an indelible mark on the entertainment industry, demonstrating that engaging storytelling and relatable characters can transcend production values and genre conventions.
No, don't!
Oh, not that one.
My boy, that book must be...
Bob Denver is known for playing the character of Gilligan across 7 different series, including the original Gilligan's Island from 1963. The initial pilot episode, titled Marooned, featured different actors for the roles of the professor and 2 female castaways, Ginger and Bunny. However, due to cast changes, the pilot remained unaired until 1992. As for Russell Johnson, who played the professor, he resided in semi-retirement on Bainbridge Island in Washington State.
Don't leave me, Digby. You're the one I love, not Bo. You've got to.
Dawn Wells, who portrayed Mary Ann, had a significant challenge when it came to singing. She was terribly tone deaf, and her off-key singing would disrupt others. As a result, her singing voice was usually dubbed by singer-songwriter Jackie Desonen. Interestingly, the 7 castaways were designed to represent the 7 deadly sins. Gilligan embodied sloth. The skipper represented wrath. The professor symbolized pride. Mr. Howell stood for greed. Mistress Howell represented gluttony. Ginger portrayed lust, and Mary Ann embodied envy. The skipper is known for breaking the 4th wall, looking directly into the camera, and making faces. However, Ginger also occasionally did this, particularly after attempting to kiss Gilligan and inadvertently knocking herself out. She would then look at the camera and shrug.
Far different. Everybody treats you with more courtesy and great respect. And everybody...
Natalie Schafer, who played Mistress Howell on Gilligan's Island, was the first female cast member to pass away. The island shown in the opening and closing credits is located in Kanoa Bay, Hawaii. In the Lovey's Secret Admirer episode, Gilligan wore a robe that was also used in the Cat's Paw episode of Star Trek, suggesting that either the Trek wardrobe department borrowed it or they liked the design so much they copied it. It's more likely that both production companies rented the costume from a warehouse in Los Angeles.
Come on.
Not me. I'm not going back down there.
All right, suit yourself. Don't forget to say hello to Mrs. Howell for me.
In the first season of Gilligan's Island, the theme song was performed by the Wellingtons, but they were replaced by the eligibles for subsequent seasons. Interestingly, the Wellingtons, along with an actor playing the band's frontman, also appeared in the episode Don't Bug the Mosquitoes as the Mosquitoes. 3 of the show's characters, Mr. Howell, Gilligan, and Ginger, had doppelgangers visit the island, a highly unlikely occurrence given the small cast of 7. The lagoon set of Gilligan's Island was situated at the CBS lot in Studio City, California. However, filming too early or too late in the day could result in the unwanted capture of rush hour traffic noise from a nearby freeway. Despite these challenges, the show's production team managed to create a captivating and enduring television series.
Whom can I get to play the leading man in this play?
Well, what's he like, dear?
Well, the part calls for someone who has a...
Raquel Welch, known for her successful acting career, was once an aspirant for the role of Mary Ann in Gilligan's Island. Interestingly, Alan Hale Jr., who played the ship's captain, developed a habit of looking directly at the camera, similar to Oliver Hardy's style. This was likely influenced by his youthful experiences observing Hollywood stars at work. On the other hand, Jim Backus, who played Thurston Howell, faced mobility issues in his later years due to Parkinson's disease. This condition made it challenging for him to navigate stairs, as seen when he needed assistance entering the creator Sherwood Schwartz's 70th birthday party. Despite these challenges, Backus's performance in Gilligan's Island remains memorable, showcasing his talent and dedication as an actor.
Frankly astonished at this ghastly metamorphosis.
Oh, never mind that. What about my boat?
Oh, keep your old boat. See if I can...
The popular 1960s TV show, Gilligan's Island, was initially set to return for the 1967-68 season, but CBS changed its mind and canceled the series. The 3 main actresses on the show, Natalie Schafer, Dawn Wells, and Tina Louise, all had brief marriages, with Schafer married for 9 years, Wells for 5, and Louise for 4. Interestingly, with Wells passing in late 2020, Louise is now the only surviving cast member.
They have a misunderstanding.
Yes, many good men have been brought to their knees by a lot less than a bunch of flowers, right, Skipper?
Oh, right, Professor.
In the world of classic television shows, the actors often become closely associated with their characters, leading to interesting off-screen stories. Dawn Wells, known for her role as the Sweet Farm Girl, caught the attention of the punk rock band Squirt Gun. They paid tribute to her character with a song titled Mary Ann, and Wells even made an appearance in the music video, bridging the gap between the show's era and modern pop culture. On the other hand, Tina Louise, who portrayed the glamorous movie star, has had a more complicated relationship with her co-star Wells. Despite numerous offers to reunite for television commercials, their personal differences have kept them apart. The most significant offer they declined was from Old Navy, which proposed to bring their characters back together, stranded on an island once more. Russell Johnson, the actor behind the smart and resourceful professor, also had his share of behind-the-scenes anecdotes. He once shared that during his audition, there was a request for him to showcase his physical appeal by removing his shirt. Preferring to keep things professional, he opted for a simple photograph instead, maintaining his dignity while securing his role on the show. These stories from behind the camera reveal the lasting impact the show has had, not just on viewers, but also on the lives of those who brought the beloved characters to life.
Gilligan. Gilligan?
But she's not. She really isn't there.
No, Gilligan!
As of December 2020, Tina Louise is the only surviving cast member of the 1964 TV series Gilligan's Island. The character Gilligan, played by Bob Denver, had a first name prepared by the show's creator, Sherwood Schwartz Willie. However, it was never used in the series, leaving Gilligan with just one name, similar to celebrities such as Homer or Cher. The SS Minnow, the boat from the series, was represented by 4 different vessels. One was utilized for beach scenes in Kauai, Hawaii, while another was rented in Honolulu for the opening credits. In the second season, a new boat was constructed at CBS Studios. The fourth vessel was used in the second season opening credits. This particular boat later ran aground on a reef off the coast of British Columbia. It was salvaged and restored, then listed for sale at $99,000. Described as a 37-foot twin diesel, mahogany wheeler express cruiser, it can accommodate 5 passengers.
We can make beautiful music together, Jackson. Beautiful music.
Ginger.
In the opening scene of Gilligan's Island, it may appear that the professor is assisting with the SS Minnow's launch, but he is merely a passenger. The show's theme song was written by Sherwood Schwartz in just one night. Initially, in the first season opening credits, Russell Johnson and Dawn Wells were listed as the rest due to Tina Louise's demand. However, this changed in the second season when Bob Denver insisted on equal billing for Johnson and Wells, leading to the lyrics modification to the professor and Mary Ann. Interestingly, Schwartz, who composed both themes, didn't anticipate that the professor and Mary Ann would become prominent characters.
Guess again.
Fatso Mulligan?
No, you.
Me?
Of course, if people say bad things.
In the second pilot episode of Gilligan's Island, titled 2 on a Raft, viewers learned that Mary Ann's hometown was Winfield, Kansas, not Horner's Corners as is sometimes mistakenly reported. Horner's Corners was actually the home of her boyfriend, Horace Higginbotham. Alan Hale Jr., who played the skipper on Gilligan's Island, had a memorable moment in the 1969 film The Night of the Sabatini Death. While in character as Ned Brown, he mentioned relaxing on his own private desert island, followed by a snippet of the Gilligan's Island theme song. Interestingly, his Gilligan's Island co-star Jim Backus, who played Thurston Howell, also appeared in this film as Fabian Swanson. After Gilligan's Island, Alan Hale Jr. was best known for his role as the skipper, a character that left a lasting impression on the public. His co-star Jim Backus, on the other hand, had a successful career in both film and television before and after Gilligan's Island.
You just make more of it.
Good boy.
Now, what are your favorite sports?
In the classic 1964 TV series Gilligan's Island, the character Ginger stands out as the only castaway without a dream sequence. Contrary to popular belief, Alan Young was not initially considered for the role of Gilligan, as series creator Sherwood Schwartz clarified in an interview. The part was narrowed down to Bob Denver and another actor who ended up choosing a different pilot, leaving the role to Denver. Russell Johnson, who played the professor, co-authored here on Gilligan's Isle, sharing behind-the-scenes anecdotes and revealing that the professor's many experiments were, in fact, scientifically accurate.
Trying to figure out how to get Mr. America on the surfboard, and they're doing everything but give him the keys.
In a surprising crossover, Gilligan's Island and Scooby-Doo, Where Are You?, shared an episode, and in joke to the inspiration drawn from Maynard Krebs on Dobie Gillisto create the character of Shaggy. The catchy tune playing on Gilligan's radio, Coconut Boogie, was performed by Jim Shipman and the Shipwrecks. For the role of the skipper, actor Alan Hale Jr. had to undertake a challenging journey, riding a horseback to the highway, hitchhiking to Las Vegas, and flying to the interview, all while filming Bullet for a Badman in 1964.
See you tonight, girls.
Okay, see you.
Tina Louise, known for her role as Ginger Grant on the show, disliked her character and distanced herself from the series after it ended. Alan Hale Jr., who played the skipper, made a cameo in another show referencing Gilligan's Island. In the first season's opening credits, a shot of Gilligan was taken from the unaired pilot.
Attitude?
What possible difference could my attitude make?
Well, all the difference in the world. Attitude is one of the key words.
Finding the right actor for the skipper in Gilligan's Island was no easy task. Producers faced challenges in casting someone who could balance gruffness with likability, with many actors, including Carol O'Connor, auditioning and being rejected. It wasn't until Alan Hale Jr. came along that the perfect blend was found, leading his widow to later remark that he was born to play the skipper. The name Ginger Grant is believed to be a nod to 2 Hollywood stars of the golden era, Ginger Rogers and Cary Grant. The name also serves as a nickname for someone with red hair, which is fitting for the character. In the episode Gilligan Goes Gung-Ho from Season 3, viewers see something unusual for the series' blood. Specifically, the professor is shown with a bloody nose, marking the only time such a depiction occurs in the series.
You. It's a baton. And who made you the conductor?
An impartial judge, Mrs. Howell.
Russell Johnson, known as Professor Roy Hinkley, is unique for having played the same character across 6 different series, including the original Gilligan's Island from 1963. Mary Ann, a beloved character, shares similarities with Dorothy Gale from The Wizard of Oz, as they both hail from Kansas. Alan Hale Jr., who played the skipper, wore a ring on the show that was over 200 years old and belonged to his father in real life. In a memorable episode, his character claimed the ring was a family heirloom, echoing his own personal history.
Wake up, Gilligan!
It's your turn to get up first. I got up first yesterday. It's your turn.
The ship in Gilligan's Island, the SS Minnow, was named as a jab at Newton Minnow, who was the head of the Federal Communications Commission in 1961. Minnow had criticized television as America's vast wasteland, and the show's creator, Sherwood Schwartz, named the ship after him out of disdain. However, Minnow later said that he enjoyed the joke and even exchanged friendly correspondence with Schwartz. In one episode of the show, Bob Denver's son, Patrick Denver, played a younger version of Gilligan in a dream sequence. The professor on the show claimed to have multiple degrees from various universities, including UCLA, USC, SMU, and TCU. His degrees included a BA, BS, and PhD. Despite his impressive education, he was often unable to fix the castaways' problems on the island.
Tiny island somewhere in the South Pacific.
If Gilligan's Island, the beloved 1964 TV series, brought joy to your living room, we'd love to hear your stories. Share your favorite memories and the impact this series had on you. Did Gilligan's Island inspire you to imagine uncharted islands or dream of tropical adventures? Or perhaps it made you laugh and forget your worries. Tell us how this series influenced your perspective on television or cinema. What did you learn from the diverse cast of characters? How did the show's humor and lightheartedness affect your outlook? We invite you to like, share, and subscribe for more cinematic explorations. Your engagement helps us create a vibrant community of classic TV fans. So don't be shy. Share your stories, and let's reminisce about the simpler times of Gilligan's Island together.
Oh, great. Let's go find him.
Wait! Huh? Remember what the professor said about the Marubi